And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the World of Thunder Esports League, the first of 4 races here. Tonight we come to the sprint car capital of the world. The DirtFan.com fixed pro late models are up first. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Alex, welcome buddy, welcome to Knoxville, welcome back to the World of Thunder Esports League.
Oh, thanks for welcoming here, Brett. It's nice to be with you again.
Well, it's a weird way to start off the night. No, I'm kidding. I love to have a bit of fun. Yeah, good to have you back. As always, let's take a look at heat race number 1. Bryson Daffin starts on pole in Calibre Tinta. He's outside. That'll be Tom Dawson, position number 2.
Starting third will be the 92 of Glenn Spangler, and outside will be PA's own Drake Troutman in the 7.
Tyler Vanderkamp will start position number 5, and Scott Norm will roll off out of position number 6. That's row 3.
Or number 4 on the inside will be the 22 of AJ Albreda, and outside will be Matt Yorker.
And your 5th and final row, car number 69, lines up. Position number 9, that's Brent Carter. He's outside in the Newton Cattle Farms Racing car number. Sure, he runs the number 10 machine. That's going to be Ben Countermarsh to roll off out of position number 10. Heat number 1, I think we're looking at about 5 heat races on the program here tonight. And looking forward to staying here at the Knoxville Raceway all night long. Should have a belter of a race.
Yeah, and I think this might be actually like the first time all season we're at a bigger track. Nope, we were at Eldora. It's only the second big track we've been at all season, so it's going to be a change of scenery for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we'll have the DirtFan.com fixed pro late models. They're on the program right now, followed by the Grace Productions UMP Modifieds. Alex Robinson, Zach Newton will be on the call for that one. Then we'll take the super late models out. It'll be the Mimi's Makings and Motions super late models, that National Series. Zach Newton and Jerry Vanskill on the call for that one, and then we'll wrap up the night with the Warrior Logistics Pro late models. It'll be myself and Jerry Vanskill on the call. So lots of variety here on Ultimate Dirt TV. The 10 tops here in the sprint car capital of the world. Heat race number 1, top 3 going through to the main event, and we are underway in heat number 1. Spangler and Troutman, they're going to rub door panels down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll continue to make a little bit of contact. Look out, we got one car underneath the car. That's the 51 of Vanderkamp, and there's some big issues there out of turn number 2, and that's not the way we'd like to see heat race number 1 start off.
No, and that was just, melee starting off the night already. As we look at the replay here, 22 of Albreda, it looks like, pushed the 51 up, and then, the 51 went a little airborne right on top of that 22 car then.
Yeah, Vanderkamp in the 51. Again, we'll take a look at a little bit of a slow-mo replay just happened in front of him, but then he also got hit from behind by the 22 of AJ Albreda. And just checking up, you see the 92 there of Spangler. He just got into the side of, I believe that is Drake Troutman, and then chaos ensued. Brent Carter coming through on the 69. You see the front end dig right into the ground. That means that these drivers, or more so, they get on the brakes and just digs into the clay here at the Knoxville Raceway. And there is your first accident of the night. Heat race number 1 happening on lap number 1, and caution laps counting as well. So these drivers, while we've just seen that yellow, Alex, we're actually going to lose 3 green flag laps.
Yeah, and that helps people like Bryson Daffin, Dawson, and Carter, because they're sitting in the transfer spots, and that's 3 less laps that they got to run to protect those transfer spots.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you think back to where Brent Carter started. He sits in 3rd position at the moment. He actually started position number 9. So to get 6 positions in the space of 2 turns, albeit 3 or 4 of those cars happen to get involved in that accident. Yeah, it does kind of help him. It actually gives him a chance to potentially get 1st or 2nd. I don't think he's going to have enough to get Bryson Daffin, but hey, it's Knoxville, baby, and anything is possible.
Oh yeah, especially at a big track where multiple lines will come into play. Track's still a little fresh, so I can see a lot of these guys holding the bottom. But lights are out, pace truck is off, and we are back green here for heat race number 1. Daffin there, Albreda going right into the inside of Carter for that transfer spot into turn 1 and 2. Those two are side by side, and Albreda has a lot of damage on that right quarter panel, so we're going to have to see if that damage will come back and haunt him when he comes up for a run on Carter.
5 laps is in the books, and we'll have 3 circuits remaining around the Knoxville Raceway. Heat race number 1 for the World of Thunder Esports League, the DirtFan.com fixed pro late models. Right now, Bryson Daffin leading the charge down the back straightaway. Here comes Carter running the 69 machine up on the inside of Tom Dawson down into turn number 3 and 4. You race up for turn number 4. You've got a 3-way dance for the race lead, and the popsicle sticks around by the virtual dog clock.
You see Bryson Dafford now has company with Dawson and Carter. You see Albreda, after a good jump on Carter, has lost a lot of ground. Going to have to catch up to him here. White flag going to come out this time by. Dafford still out in front with Dawson and Carter in those transfer spots. Albreda's going to have to make a miracle run here to try and get into one of those 3, but it looks like that run for Carter is going to pull away from Albreda, but look at Dawson trying to get a pass, but that bottom side looks too strong. Dawson going to go to the outside, but Dafford's going to hold the bottom here, and it looks like it's going to be Bryson Dafford taking home heat race number 1.
Yeah, well on to Bryson Daffin driving the 18 bad racing entry. He gets the win. Tom Dawson home in second, and Brent Carter in that third and final transfer position. Again, we'll take a look at those official results just about to pop up on your screen. There it is confirmed. Dawson, Daffin and Carter, your top 3 going straight through to the main event. Bryson Daffin will start on pole of our 30-lap main event. Everybody else 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10. Well, it's alphabet soup racing for some of those drivers. We'll have a B, a C and a D main as we get set for heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid with Tyler Hagwood driving the 222 machine from Carolina. He'll start on pole. Cade Loudy in the 126 will start position number 2.
Starting third will be the 5 of Hunter Parsons, and outside will be the 46 of Jason Reynolds.
Bill Miller for Throttle Down Motorsports in caliber 06 will start position number 5, and on his outside from Indiana, that's Mickey Hayes, position number 6.
7th will be the 19 from Mid-South Dirt Slingers, Donnie Batiste, and outside of him will be the 09 of Chad Combs.
And driving from what he used to run in the 17S, he now runs, I believe it's the 5S. That'll be Justin Sick, rolls off out of position number 9. And the $1 Million Motorsports, the queen of Jennifer Hans, will roll off out of position number 10. She's got a lot of work to do, Alex Jennifer, if she wants to make the big dance. Again, she starts position number 10, but Justin Sick, he's got a lot of work to do as well, starting from the back row. But I just know Cade Loudy in the 126, he did not actually make the start, so that's going to move that row up on the outside. So now Jennifer Hans, in fact, is going to start position number 8.
Yeah, Jennifer Hans, Justin Sick, starting in that back row. But as we saw, anything can happen as that last heat race 1 incident. They can jump up into one of those top 3 spots.
All right, here we go. Hagwood and Reynolds on the front row. Heat number 2, the DirtFan.com fixed pro late models for the World of Thunder Esports League. We are green here at Knoxville, and Hagwood got a good start. Hunter Parsons, he might be one to watch in this one in the 0 machine. He'll now take away second spot down into turn number 1 and 2. They roll out past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. A lot of single file racing. Jennifer Hunt, she's up to position number 5. She's got to be main starting position if she can hold on to a top 5. But, you know, she's not done with, because here comes Chad Combs closing in on Jason Reynolds, but the challenge for the race lead is heating up.
As Hagwood, Parsons there. Parsons trying to go to that inside, trying to get his nose under him to get a better run. But Hagwood still holding on in front. Reynolds has Combs and Jennifer Hans already on his bumper, trying for that 3rd transfer spot. But Hagwood has Parsons battling, and that 3-car battle for 3rd is heating up.
Yeah, there's battle for 1st and 2nd, battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th right now, down into turn number 3 and 4. Look out, look at Combs, and he really is the right side door to make the pass for that 3rd and final transfer position. Look out, Jennifer Hans, I know. And we've got Bill Miller as well in the 34 machine. We might just be going yellow. And you can almost put that back down to the Chad Combs move there. But now the challenge for the race lead. Parsons, the left front, catches the inside berm. He drifts up the racetrack. Harwood, he tries to drive back around the outside. They drag race to the start-finish line. That's close to a dead heat.
And you see Hunter Parsons and Hagwood. Hagwood got the inside corner on him right now. And that inside is going to be deadly, as he's going to get the run going in here. Going to slide up a little bit, or he slides up more than I think he wanted to block him there. Hagwood going to go to the inside. They're still side by side down the straightaway. And Hagwood now going to take the lead going up front there. Bumps the nose of him. And here comes Chad Combs now trying to throw his hat in the mix for the lead.
Yeah, Combs in the 09 machine catching up to Parsons and Hagwood. Those are the top three on screen right now. We come out of turn number 4, 6 laps in the books of 8 laps here. Heat race number 2, the dirtfan.com fixed pro late models. It's Hagwood to continue to lead the way from the pole position. Hunter Parsons now started third. Now again challenging for the race lead. The left front just gets the inside berm. He just up the racetrack and comes up onto the front left rear, or the front left quarter panel of that 77. Now Hunter Parsons will lead that lap. White flag is out, and here comes Chad Combs looking to the outside. He will get second away from Tyler Hagwood, but Chad Combs not done with just yet. Tries to make a move down into turn number 3 and 4. Off the turn 4, it's going to be Hunter Parsons getting the win just over Chad Combs in second. Third will go to Tyler Hagwood. Jennifer Hunt, good drive by her. From position, she lined up out of position 8, but the grid will say position number 10. She finishes 4th. Donnie Batiste going to round out your top 5. Justin Sick, Bill Miller, and the rest of the drivers. But heat number 2 is complete to see if there's any post-race penalties. No. Parsons, Combs, Hagwood, the top 3 Hunts, Batiste, Sick, Miller, Reynolds, and Hayes. The 9 drivers to contest heat number 2. Heat race number 3, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid in the Mid-South Dirt Slingers. Number 92 of Corey Austin will start on pole on his outside. David Garman lines up position number 2.
Starting third will be the 999 of Corey Sibley from Tailtagging Motorsports, and outside will be Newton Cattle Farms' Ethan Toder.
Clayton Wise in the Krebs Family Racing entry. He will roll off position number 5 out of position number 6. That'll be Josh Taylor. That's row 3.
Row 4 on the inside will be Justin Gledhill, and outside will be Donnie Fair in the 00.
And your 5th and final row for D1RT Racing, driving car number 28. That's Trevor Fitz on his outside. Well, he's my co-commentator. He's certainly got a crush on this man. The speeding $1 Million Motorsports car number 11 of Dustin Sizemore, position number 10. Now, you told me that Sizemore was going to win today. He's got a long way to go.
He promised me a win, but now I'm going to have to question him a little bit here as he's starting in the shotgun on the field. So now it's going to be one of those. He's going to need a miracle to make it into one of those 3 spots.
All right. Well, tell you what, we'll see how Sizemore will fare in heat race number 3. Again, he's got a lot of work to do. He can only go forward from here, to say the least. He's got a good driver on his inside as well for D1RT Racing. That's Trevor Fitz. Looking forward to seeing what Ethan Toder can do, what he can do in the Newton Cattle Farms number 23 machine outside the second row. But here we go, Corey Austin and David Garman getting set to lead us off turn number 4. Green flag is out here on the dirtfan.com fixed pro late models heat race number 3. Austin got a good launch. Again, we'll keep an eye on the 23 of Ethan Toder, but it's going to be Corey Sibley taking over second. Toder now moves into third. He'll come across the nose, I believe, of David Garman. It may have been. Here comes Josh Taylor now working the inside. They go 2 by 2 deep in the pack as well. But lap number 1 is going to belong to Corey Austin.
And yes, Corey Austin there. As you see, there's Dustin Sizemore moving up a spot there after Donnie Fair got into the wall, and he did it again there as he drops back to 10th there. Sizemore moved up to 8th, but up in front it's Corey Austin with Corey Sibley right behind him, and those two have a lot of history, have ran with each other for a long time. So let's see if this battle, they know what each other do inside and out. So this is going to be an interesting battle here.
Yeah, with the 2 Corys out in first and second, you got to keep an eye on Ethan Taylor. He's not one to sneeze at here. He'll now look to the inside. He's going to make a move here on Corey Sibley down into turn 1 and 2, the left front again. Oh no, look out! Man, that could have got real ugly than what it was. Toder caught the inside berm. He caught Sibley, and then he also caught Corey Austin. So talking about getting 2 for the price of 1. He got 2 Corys in the one go. Look out, Josh Taylor getting tied on turn number 4. And here comes David Garman. Look at Trevor Fitz working to the inside, and now Dustin Sizemore. Man, you can throw a blanket for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
See Corey Sibley now trying to make up some really big lost ground there after Toder got in contact with him. And I don't think Corey Sibley's going to take kindly to it there. As you see, he's getting a little defensive now with his driving, trying to get by these guys. And oh man, looks like Trevor Fitz got him right there on the nose. And Sibley's going to drop back into that 8th spot. Sizemore gains another spot. He's in 6th right now. But up front, it's still Corey Austin, Ethan Toder, and Josh Taylor.
Yeah, popsicle sticks are out for Corey Austin. 2 laps left to run. We've got a mile to go. Heat race number 3 with the World of Thunder Esports League. Austin, he finds himself 7/10 of a second out in front over Ethan Toder. Josh Taylor runs in 3rd position. David Garman again on the outside looking in. David Garman will start position number 3 in the B main. So even though he finishes 4th, he's got a good starting spot in the B main, but that could all come undone in the B main because you need to be inside the top 3 as we come into turn number 3 and 4 this time by the checkered flag at the ready. Corey Austin going to win heat race number 3. Second to go to Ethan Taylor unofficially, and Josh Taylor unofficially home in 3rd position. David Garman, Trevor Fitz, good run by Fitz and good run by Sizemore as well. They finished 5th and 6th, Sibley 7th, and man, I tell you, if you're Corey Sibley, you would be absolutely filthy at what had just transpired in those last 3 or 4 laps.
Oh, yeah, that was just a bad break for him. That one contact, and it went downhill for him. But again, you said Austin, Toder, Taylor going on to the show. The rest of them will be going to the Alphabet Soup to see if they can make tonight's A-main event. Heat race number 4, your starting grid, and starting on the pole will be the 49 of Steven Turbeville, and outside will be the 3 of Bobby Mattingly.
Chase Hardy in the Newton Cattle Farms number 99 machine will roll off position number 3. Aaron Kirby to his outside out of position number 4.
5th will be the 75 of Travis Creech, and outside will be the 48 from Rocket Racing. It's Dylan Yeager.
Rolling off out of position number 7 in the 007 Ninmo. You might think, well, that's James Bond. No, that's Jacob Fields. He will start on the inside of the 4th row. He's outside JD Baker driving the 127 machine out of position number 8. And your 9th and final starter in the Goon Squad Racing, cut number 96, that is Matt Dixon. Heat race number 4 getting set. They'll get the Wonder Green signal. Right now, this track, Alex, here you see a slick line on the bottom through turn number 1 and 2. You see the same at the other end of the raceway in turns 3 and 4 as well. There's a bit more grip on the exit of turn number 4 compared to turn number 2.
Oh, yeah, and you know, a lot of the guys were going to the bottom there for those first few heat races. So now it's going to come down to that track's widening up, so the slider line can come and affect that top line, and even the bottom line. You will see a lot of guys running the berm once they get comfortable with that to make it fast too. So there's still 3 lines that these guys can run in this heat race. So we got lights are out, pace truck ducks in, Turbeville, Mattingly are going to take us here. Green flag racing, heat race number 4 is underway. Turbeville gets a good start, so does Mattingly, and they're going to pull away from the field for a little bit there. Hardy was not falling asleep that much, and there we go, some contact between Mattingly and Turbeville. Hardy going to take advantage. He's into the 2nd spot. He's looking for more as he's right on the bumper of Turbeville. And it looks like we got a 3-car battle there for that 4th spot between Yeager, Kirby, and Creech, all battling there for that 4th spot, but they got to catch up to Mattingly there for a 3rd for this transfer spot. But still out in front, it's Steven Turbeville.
Yeah, Turbeville continuing to lead the way. Chase Hardy under some pressure from Bobby Mattingly. Mattingly, who now is starting to feel the pressure from Dylan Yeager, one of the Rocket Racing setups. Car number 48 machine. Yeager now ducks to the inside. We see the left front catching the inside berm. Right up, look at the left front. Just pick up on the bottom side. And that was courtesy of getting that inside berm. He's going to lose a bit of ground there to Bobby Mattingly. As Mattingly all over the back of Chase Hardy down into turn number 3 and 4. 3 in the books and 5 to run next time by. We're going to be halfway home here in heat race number 4, and it's the 4K of Steven Turbeville. Turbo out in front.
And you see Dylan Yeager still on the outside looking in. He is your points leader for this season so far, as we are just about halfway. We're going halfway here. 4 down, 4 to go now in heat race number 4, and he's still on the outside looking in after he took the lead in points after last week. He is looking on the outside of a transfer spot, trying to catch up to Mattingly there, but you see that gap Turbeville has taken over, and he looks really comfortable in the middle of the track there, but here comes Hardy trying to right on the bumper, but there's Yeager now on the inside of Mattingly for a little bit. They're both running the top side now, and the battle for 3rd is heating up as Yeager goes to the inside.
Yeah, your top 4 on screen right now. Turbeville leads Hardy and Mattingly, and then Dylan Yeager. Yeager again, that left front just catching the inside berm, and now he gets into the left rear quarter panel there of Bobby Mattingly. 2-1. Now here comes the challenge for the race lead. Chase Hardy on Turbeville. Turbeville fends off the challenge there from Hardy down past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Here on the penultimate lap, they'll get the white flag this time by Stephen Turbeville. Alex, he's got a good shot at winning this one, but Chase Hardy, he's not going to give it up without a fight.
Turbeville to the outside, Hardy going to the inside. They're side by side through turn 1 and 2. Down the straightaway, Turbeville gets a good run out of the corner there. Going into 3 and 4, Hardy has one chance here to make a move. You see the battle for third between Mattingly and Yeager. Side by side, some contact there on the final lap, but Turbeville, Hardy both going to make the show. It was side by side for third, and unofficially, it looks like Bobby Mattingly going to take home that third and final transfer spot.
Tell you what, first, second, that was close. We'll take a look at the results. 36 1,000ths of a second. And then the battle for third and fourth was also a tightly contested battle. 74 1,000ths of a second between Mattingly and Yeager. So Turbeville, Hardy, Mattingly, they get the top three. Yeager, Kirby, Fields, Creech, Dixon, and Baker to round out the field for heat number 4. Heat number 5, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. In the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, number 21 entry of Jordan Gage going to roll off from the pole position. On his outside, driving car number 70, that'll be Davin Cardwell.
Row number 2 on the inside, it's going to be AJ. I'm going to really butcher this name. I am sorry. Potterizboski. I'm really sorry. Outside will be the 29 of Tyler LaPointe.
We're going to come back to that one. Hagen Sorensen in the Sorensen Racing number 45 machine starts position number 5, and Cody Higby from New York will start position number 6.
7th will be the 6 of Dylan Gibbs. Outside from Rocket Racing, it'll be Gavin Collins. And rounding out the field in the 24 from Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's Brennan Weeks.
All right, so we're going to go back to the driver that starts position number 3. And again, apologies to AJ. It's the first time seeing that driver here. I'm going to go with AJ Potzabowski. I'm going to say the R might be silent. What do you think about that one?
That's a possibility. But I feel really bad now because I butchered that name.
Like if there's a broadcast where we don't butcher a name, that's a rarity. It's a very rare occurrence where we go almost a faultless night here with pronunciation. But here we go. Heat number 5, Jordan Gage. Davin Cardwell going to lead us off turn number 4, and Jordan Gage with a good start. Davin Cardwell, as Tyler LaPointe driving the number 23 machine, he'll drift up the racetrack, and now he's going to fall all the way back to last position. They're 3 wide. Look at Sorensen up on the inside, Higby on the outside, and Potzabowski right through the center into turn number 3 and 4. Look at Davin Cardwell digging on the bottom side. We got a cough and fit. We'll let you get that one sorted out. Davin Cardwell drifts up into turn number 1 and 2. Sorensen, a former World of Thunder Esports Pro Late Model champion from a couple of seasons ago now, holding down your third and final transfer spot. But at the moment, it's Jordan Gage out in front, Davin Cardwell in second, and Sorensen to round out the top 3. A lot of everybody playing nicely so far here in heat race number 5.
And you see Sorensen now. He's right in the spot, opportune spot to make the show. And with Yeager and I think it was Fields not making the show after their heat race, Sorensen is going to look to get some points out of this heat race. Oh, some contact between him and Gage. Gage gets in some contact with it looked like Higsby. And now Higsby getting in some contact with Potzabowski. And man, let the melee begin. There's LaPointe now getting in. And now the caution is out.
Well, that's just that's unfortunate there for Tyler LaPointe. We'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, and we can go back and take a look because this is where it all started. We take a look at Sorensen just sliding in into turn number 1 and 2. He's got Gage on his outside. Gage doesn't change line, and Sorensen just slides up into the 13 machine, and then of course that 13 machine of Jordan Gage, scored as a 21, makes contact with the 97. That's Cody Higby. And again, this is where it all transpired again. In the 97 of Cody Higsby, he got hit by the 72, and now I believe that is AJ Potzabowski. So those two drivers come together, and then we Watch Tyler Point about to come in like a bit of Miley Cyrus, like Wrecking Ball. In fact, he tried to miss that one. Unfortunately, the 97 just coming back down the racetrack, and Tyler Point caught a very, very big piece of that 97 machine. As we are back live, it looks like Davin Cardwell is the race leader. Who was the race leader before? Was it Cardwell? I can't remember.
I think Cardwell was battling with Collins? No. Gage. He was battling with Gage, and then Sorensen got into Gage there. So Cardwell took over the lead then.
We'll go with that one. It's too early in the morning for me at the moment. As looks like we're going to have a green-white checker to finish heat race number 5. Cardwell on the 70 restarts on pole. Sorensen restarting on the outside of your front row. Gavin Collins and Brennan Weeks in row number 2. Green flag goes out. We're underway here with the green-white checker heat race number 5 for the DirtFan.com Fixed Pro Late Models, presented by, of course, World of Thunder Esports League. And man, look at the run that Sorensen got through Terrible 1 and 2. He went through above the slick down into 3 and 4. Cardwell trying to keep that 70 the shortest way possible around the virtual Knoxville Raceway. We'll see if it's going to be the fastest line. White flag is out, 1-1 for Cardwell.
You see Cardwell there running block, and Hagen Sorensen now. Gavin Collins sitting in that 3rd spot, and he's comfortable right now as Gibbs is going to try and make a run, but it's too little too late. Cardwell out in front, and it looks like it's going to be Cardwell, Sorensen, and Collins taking home the top 3 as Gibbs tried to make a run there, but it was too little too late down the straightaway as the checkered flag was already out.
Yeah, good run by Gavin Collins. Started 8th and ended up getting that 3rd and final transfer position in heat number 5, as we've still got one more heat to come. Let's take a look at Davin Cardwell, Hagen Sorensen, and Gavin Collins, your top 3 from heat race number 5. They'll lock themselves into the show. And heat race number 6, your final heat race of the night. Brody Orovets in the 1 machine will start on pole, and Joseph Lavallee will start position number 2.
Starting 3rd in the 15, it'll be Tanner Folds, and outside from Team 5, it's the 23 of Shane Yates.
Benjamin Eastler in the 12 machine will start position number 5, and the Slam Sim Sports entry of Mason Lobb will start position number 6.
7th will be the 84 of Clay Debin. Outside in the 8th spot from Throttle Down Motorsports, it's Jory Gotham, and rounding out the field in the 331, it is Dustin Hall.
Dustin Hall certainly got his work cut out for him so far, Alex. Out of the 5 heat races, we have locked in 15 drivers into the main event. We'll lock another 3 drivers from heat race number 6, locking in 18. And then, of course, from the B main, I believe we're going to be taking the top 4. And we'll have a 22-car field for our 30-lap main event. Again, the track right now is just starting to widen up for a way different to what we've seen in heat race number 1, where it was still very, very moist, very, very tacky.
Yeah, that bottom side during those first 2, before it even started really getting slick even a little bit, the bottom side was the fast way to go. And then about heat race 4, heat race 5, you saw that top line. Cardwell looked really strong along that top line, and he came home with his heat race win. So there's multiple lines, again, that can be run, as Knoxville's one of those places. Even if you don't think you have the fast line, you could still get there really easily.
All right, let's go heat race number 6. We're about to let these drivers loose here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Your 6th and final heat race of the DirtFan.com Fixed Pro Late Models. Orovets in the 1. The base truck is in. He stands on the lap, and we're on the way. Keep an eye on Tanner Folds driving the 15X machine. He'll now duck to the inside right now on Joseph Lavallee. Lavallee back to the outside, and here comes Shane Yates in the 11 machine, trying to get by the 15 as we go down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time in heat number 6. Look out, we got some drama in the back of the bus, and looks like we might be going. No, we're going to stay green. Mason Lovejoy Gotham sitting back there in 8th and 9th position, but lap number 1 belongs to Brody Orovets. And
you see Tanner Folds at 15. He finally got on the podium after a lot of long battling this season. Finally got on the podium, looking to make the A-main again and maybe go for back-to-back weeks on the podium, as that boosted him last week to a podium top 5 spot in points as he's going for a 2-for-1 here as he's going to the inside of Lavelli now for that second spot, but he didn't have a good enough run off the back there. Going to go for it again here as that bottom side is slowing down a little bit, and you see Lavelli is running the top side and pulling away out of exit on Folds.
Folds out of turn number 4. He drifted up and he absolutely clouted the front stretch wall. Now Clay Devon is going to move into position number 4. Now Devon coming after Benjamin Isla. But now look at Tanner Folds with a slide job there on Devon and Dustin Hall. Right there for the pickings. But right now Benjamin Isla holds down that third and final transfer position. But here comes Devon. He'll make the move, and that makes Tanner Folds run a hell of a lot easier out of turn number 2. And move Tanner Folds back into position number 3. Man, it is all fight right now for the drivers for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
And there was some contact between Shane Yates and I think it was Easler there. And now Tanner Folds up to that 3rd spot. Clay Devon, who started in 7th, he's 1 spot outside of a transfer spot. He's sitting in 4th, trying to make a run on to Tanner Folds, as it'll be 2 to go here. And you see Shane Yates, a little contact with Devon now, as he's going to take over. Oh, that's Lob, as he's going to take over that 5th spot.
Now, again, these drivers are really hustling and bustling for positions. Jory Gotham now in the 39 machine, going to close in there on Mason Lobb down into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is out for Brady Orovitz in the 1 machine. Just half a mile to run for that driver as he makes his way out of turn number 2 and past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Joseph Lavelli right there. 2 car lengths between the pair, but not enough time for Lavelli to make a challenge for the race lead off turn number 4. Your 6th and final heat race win is going to go to Brady Orovitz. Joseph Lavelli home in 2nd, and 3rd will be Tanner Folds. Unofficially, we'll have to go and get those official results. Clay Devon 4th, Shane Yates 5th, Mason Lobb, Jory Gotham, Dustin Hall, and Benjamin Isla. The 9 drivers to contest heat number 6. Again, we'll bring up those results. Orovitz, Lavelli, and Folds confirmed your top 3. And those top 3, they're going to the big dance. And now it's time for Alphabet Soup Racing, your D-Main on the program. Let's take a look at your ultimate Dirt TV starting grid and the Throttle Down Motorsports entry of Jory Gotham. He starts on pole and he's outside Scott Knorr in position number 2.
Starting 3rd will be the 46 of Jason Reynolds outside in the Krebs Family Racing. 33, it is Clayton Wise.
The 96th entry of Matt Dixon for Goon Squad Racing starts position number 5. In the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, number 21, Jordan Gage, starts position number 6.
7th will be Dustin Hall. Outside of him will be the 92 of Glenn Spangler.
Position at number 9, it'll be the 53 from Indiana. That's Mickey Hayes on his outside. Justin Gledhill will roll off out of position number 10.
11th will be J.D. Baker from Texas, and outside will be Goon Squad Racing, 29 of Tyler LaPointe.
Benjamin Isla in the number 12 machine starts position number 13. Tyler Vanderkamp, the 51, starts position 14. And Donnie Fair in the double aught, going to roll off out of position number 15. So 15 cars scheduled to take to the racetrack, and it looks like all but maybe one. Nope, we've got all drivers made the starting grid, so 15 cars, and the top 4 are going to move into your C main. And if you're any one of these drivers, Alex, this is a race you don't want to be in.
Oh yeah, I've felt the pain of running this D main, and the nerves start kicking up really quickly here with only 4 going through. So guys like Tyler LaPointe and them starting in the back, the nerves are going to kick in, especially if one caution comes out and you're halfway through this race. That's going to be where it gets really nerve-wracking when you have only 3-4 laps to go then, and you have to gain 5 spots.
All right, well, we'll see how some of these drivers will fare through in the D-Main. Again, top 4 going through to the back of the C-Main. Tell you what, Alex, I'll let you lead us to the green flag this time by.
As Gotham and Norm are on the front row. Pace truck is off, and he gets a good jump there as Gotham on the 39, as he is out to a really good lead on Jason Reynolds and the rest of the pack. You see Matt Dixon in that 3rd spot right now, battling with Clayton Wise and Dustin Hall, all battling for one of these 4 spots. There goes Matt Dixon after it looks like that might have been Reynolds getting into the wall there. Dixon takes over 2nd. Hall and Wise battling for that 3rd spot. And here comes, it looks like Clayton, Gage trying to get a good run after he got into a lot of trouble in his heat race. Now he's trying to continue his night, but right now it's Gotham, Dixon, Hall, and Wise, your top 4.
Yeah, Gotham is doing a nice job out in front. He'll complete lap number 2 of 10. Then you go back to Matt Dixon, driving the number 96 machine in second position. Dustin Hall third. Now the battle is on for fourth as Jordan Gage. He makes quick work of the number 2 machine of Clayton Wise, but we are yellow. Oh, wow, Wise just got turned there by Benjamin Issa. The yellow flag was out. And if I'm Clayton Wise, I'm not too happy about that one, but that's not the reason for the caution flag. Let's take a look at what happened here on your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. I believe Tyler Point may have had some issues here, but it could have happened in front of him. And man, Tyler Point, he's not had a happy night here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. That's twice where he's been caught up in somebody else's mess.
Oh, yeah. Like we said week after week, the name of the game is keep your nose clean. And he's sitting in a D main just because and it's not even his fault, like you said. He's just been in the, as you see there, 3 cars get into it, and he just has nowhere to go. And his nose gets pretty much destroyed there. Got some contact there. And then I think the 51 comes down and clocks him again, and that might have done a lot of damage to the front of his car.
It's the 51 there. It came down on LaPointe in the 23, and then LaPointe, after hitting the inside wall coming up the racetrack, he got hit again for a second time just to make sure that 23 of Tyler LaPointe has damage. Of 51 was Tyler Vanderkamp, by the way. So yellow flag is out, and Clayton Wise, after getting turned after the yellow flag, he's going to end up back in 9th position. Now remember, he was in 5th position before Benjamin Isla got into the back of him, down on the back straightaway. So man, if I'm Clayton Wise again, to restart in 9th position with the caution laps counting and what we're going to have only 4 laps remaining, things are looking very, very bleak for that driver if he's going to make it into the C main. But again, only the top 4 are going to go through, so we'll keep an eye on that battle for the final transfer position. But Alex, lights are out on the pace truck. We're set for a restart.
Yes, it's going to be Gotham and Dixon on that front row now for this restart. And again, here's where the impatience and the nerves are going to kick in. With 4 to go, I can already see people are going to make some stupid mistakes here and try and make the transfer, but Gotham gets on the pedal again, and he's got another good start on Hall and Dixon. Dixon now has battle on with Hall. Hall to the inside of Dixon, but that top side now getting a good run as you see Gage getting a run on Hall there, and he looks like he's about to take over that 3rd spot from him. And then Easler on the outside as well, as Dustin Hall might have to try and gain a little bit of ground here and go to that top side as there he goes sliding up. So he's going to be in a comfortable spot now because he's going to make one of those drivers go to the bottom to pass him.
Yeah, right now Jordan Gage has got to look down to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. You see the front bumper and the left front again catching the inside berm. We'll see a lot of that here around the virtual Knoxville Raceway tonight in the late models and of course the UMP Modifieds. The Grace Productions UMP Modifieds up after our main event here for the DirtFan.com Fixed Pro late models. Right now your D main cars on track into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. Your D main about to be complete, and Joey Gotham, he holds a nice steady 3/10 of a second lead over Matt Dixon. The white flag is out, 1 to 1. Hall feeling the pressure from Jordan Gage, but there's no real pressure from Gage from Isla into 3 and 4. Jory Gotham, he's going to look to continue his Alphabet Super run here tonight. He's going to start it off by winning your D main. Matt Dixon home in 2nd, Dustin Hall 3rd, and Jordan Gage going to get the 4th and final transfer position. Those 4 drivers, Alex, they'll tag the back of the C main. Unfortunately for 5th on back, Benjamin Isla, he's got bragging rights over the rest of the field. He's going to say, well, he's the highest non-placed finisher in the D main.
Yes, 5th place. You got to feel comfortable with finishing top 5 anytime other than a D main as you don't transfer. But there it is again. Gotham, Dixon, Hall, and Gage are moving on to tonight's C main. And here is your starting grid. And starting on the pole will be the 91 from Quinn Race Designs. It's Matt Yorker. And outside of him will be Justin Sick.
Dustin Sizemore, the Speed Inc. $1 Million Motorsports Caliber 11 will start position number 3 to his outside in the 007 machine. That is Jacob Fields, position number 4.
5th will be the 24 of Brennan Weeks from Mid-South Third Slingers. Outside will be Slam Sim Sports 25 of Mason Lobb.
Car 7, Drake Troutman will start position number 7. He's outside in the Throttle Down Motorsports entry. That is Bill Miller, position number 8.
Ninth will be the 999 from Tail Tag and Motorsports. It's Corey Sibley, and outside will be the 75 of Travis Creech.
Position number 11 will be Cody Higby in the 97. He's outside the Throttle Down Motorsports entry. Jory Gotham, your D-main winner, will start position number 12.
13th will be Goon Squad Racing 96 of Matt Dixon. 14th will be Dustin Hall. And rounding out the field from Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's Jordan Gage.
So just getting confirmation, 14 out of the 15 cars have taken to the racetrack. Brennan Weeks, who was scheduled to start inside the top 3 rows, he did not make the call for the C main, so that will move everybody up. I believe it was on the inside because Drake Troutman was scheduled to start position 7. He's now moved up to position number 5. So Weeks, unfortunately, he's not made the call, so that will end his night prematurely. But the green flag is out. We're underway in your C main. 12 laps of distance, top 4. Man, look at Sizemore, the left front, catching the inside berm again. And that could have been a very big mistake, but man, he kept that car on all fours, kept it in a forward direction, and he did. Fortunately for anybody else in Sizemore, he didn't actually make any contact. But right now, Sizemore and Fields side by side for 3rd and 4th.
And Sizemore Fields, 2 guys who are sitting in that top 10 in points. Sizemore gets into Sick, and here's a pileup, as it looks like that is Justin Sick went upside down, and there's still some melee going on as Jacob Fields upside. As it looks like Jacob Fields upside down now too, as caution is out. Look at the replay. There's Sizemore getting into Sick, Fields getting into the both of them, and then Justin Sick goes for a ride. Fields getting cleaned up as well. So a tough break for both of them, as both of them were sitting in a transfer spot, and their nights are done. Especially for someone like Fields, who's sitting 2nd in points right now and was only 3 points behind Yeager. So, tough break for him. He'll get some points, but it's not going to be good enough right now, as he's still on the track, but he has to have a lot of damage after that incident.
Well, that's first yellow of the C main. Again, the caution laps not counting. Caution laps are counting, so these drivers, they lose the lap that they're on plus an extra 3 laps, so you can lose anywhere, either 3 or 4 laps depending on where you are on the racetrack. The lights are out. In fact, they're still on the pace truck. I thought they were off there for a second, but we'll wait for those lights to turn off this time by as we come down the front straight away. So we're looking at 5 in the books next time by when the lights do go out, and 7 remaining. Lobb and Yorker on the front row. In fact, it's Yorker and then Lobb, Miller, Troutman. Sizemore looks like to be given an EOL for that one.
Yeah, so right now, if you look at this race, there's 2 guys with Fields restarting in 11th, Sizemore restarting in 13th. 2 guys in the top 10 in points might not be making the show right now. So if you're Hagen Sorensen, Tanner Folds, you're jumping up and down because you can gain a lot of ground on anyone in these points after this race tonight. But here we go. Pace truck is off. Single file restart. And Matt York are going to take us back to green. Mason Love, Bill Miller, and Drake Troutman are your top 4. Matt Dixon, who was in that D main, is already up to that 8th spot right now. Looking for more as he's going to the inside of the 13, outside as we were almost 3 wide there. Sibley going to the inside right now, sliding up in front of Gage there, it looks like. And Sibley now in front there, but he still has 2 more spots if he's looking to get to the B main as the battles continue in the back here. Jacob Fields up to 11th right now, but right now your 4th and final transfer is still Drake Troutman.
Yeah, oh no, look at contact between Lobb and Yorker. Oh no, Troutman into the Armco barrier. Look out, we got the 999 machine. I believe that might be Corey Sibley. There's Troutman, and the yellow flag going to fly. Sizemore involved in something else there right at the end of that one with Jory Gotham, and trying to break this one down. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay at what potentially happened here. Now, I think it started up here with Lobb and Yorker, so Again, we'll keep an eye up front and we'll try and slow this one down for you. So Lob gets into the side of Yorker. And then from there, this is where it all comes undone for some of these drivers. Drake Troutman, he cops a little bit of right side romance loving from the 75. That's Travis Creech in that 75, the black and orange machine. And then gets into the back of the 34. That's Bill Miller. And then in comes Corey Sibley in the 999. And then just try and, as Adam Bramble say, just try and hang on for the ride from here.
Man, it looks like there was about 4 or 5 cars getting collected there, and then you see Sizemore and Gotham. Gotham was right on the nose of Sizemore there, and I think Sizemore just tried to get both of them through it, and it didn't end well for either one of them. But now Matt Dixon in that 6th spot as he's looking, as we will have another green-white checkered finish, it looks like. Lights are still on the pace truck. They should be going out this time by. But your top 4 now is Yorker, Miller, Gage, and Higbee, with Hall and Dixon. And Jacob Fields, after his earlier in the race with that incident, he's up to 7th right now. Sizemore up to 9th. So with a green-white checkered, anything can happen, and any one of those guys can still make the B main.
Yeah, they certainly can, but even if they were to make the top 4 and move into the B main, we only take the top 2 from the B main. So we still know there's a lot of work for these drivers in the C main if they want to make your 30-lap A main event. It looks like Mason Lobb in the 28 machine had been given the NEOL. He's going to restart in 12th position, so you can pretty much count his night done and dusted. But again, anything's possible here with a green-white checker. Matt Yorker in the 1 machine. Bill Miller on the outside of the front row. Green flag is out. And a green-white checker to wrap up the C main with the DirtFan.com Fixed Pro Late Models, of course, presented by the World of Thunder Esports League. Into Turnable 1 and 2 we go. Look out, there's some drama. Matt Dixon in the 96 machine. Troutman now, he's moved into position number 5 and on the outside. Looking in, Jordan Gage running the 13 machine. Stays low through 3 and 4. The white, nope, we're going to go yellow. Wowee. Just as we were coming to the white flag, it looks like Dustin Hall and Jacob Fields, the drivers, having some dramas down the back straight away. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt to be starting grid. Well, it started with Dustin Hall getting into the side. Now, I believe that might have been Travis Creech. No, it wasn't Travis Creech. In fact, it was Matt Dixon in the 96 machine. Yeah, just drifted up a bit on the racetrack from the bottom to the middle of the racetrack, and Dixon actually, in fact, he got out of the gas to stop from running into the guy in front of him there, and unfortunately, it certainly cost him a potential spot in the C main. So again, we'll have another chance at a green-white checker here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world. The tin tops are out in full effect here tonight.
And now another thing still, look at Dustin Sizemore in that 7th spot. I'm going to mess with him because he promised me he was going to win. He's on the outside, on the pretty far outside looking in still right now. So he's got to get through, like you said, he's got to get in the top 4 here, then drive all the way from the back of a B main to top 2 to make it to tonight's feature, and then drive through that field if he even wants to make that promise true. So we'll go step by step. Hopefully he does it, but you never know here.
Well, again, another restart coming here in the C main, the World of Thunder Esports League, the DirtFan.com Fixed Pro Late Models. We'll have the Grace Productions UMP modifieds up in I don't even know when we're going live for that one. While I'm checking that, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you lead us back to the green-white checker. Matt Yorker going to lead us off.
And Yorker out in front here. Miller, Higbee, and Gage are your top 4. You see Troutman trying to get a run. Sizemore in that 6th spot. Matt Dixon in the 8th spot, as we only have 11 cars on this track. Fields and Hall still trying to bob and weave through the field, but it's Miller and Yorker are your top 2. Higbee and Gage are still holding on as the white flag is out, and the Cinderella stories for some of these guys who made really good runs look like they're coming to an end here with the white flag. Yorker, Miller, Higbee, and Gage, and Troutman looks like he might be the only one. There comes Sizemore, but it's going to be a little too late as he is going to come 2 spots, maybe 3 spots short now, but Yorker comes home with C main victory here. Miller, Higbee, and Gage all look like they are going to the B main. That is your unofficial. We're going to look at your official results. And here we go. And your top 4 going on to tonight's B main will be Matt Yorker, Bill Miller, Cody Higbee, and Jordan Gage. Troutman, Lobb, Sizemore, Fields, Hall, Creech, Dixon, Sibley, Gotham, Sick, and Weak. Their night is over. They will hopefully come out with their UMPs and bring on to the next race. B main here, we got top 2 going on to tonight's A main event. Starting on the pole, the 22 of AJ Albreda, and outside will be the 11 from $1 Million Motorsports. It's Jennifer Hans.
David Garman, the 52, will start position number 3 on his outside the Rocker Racing setups. Car number 48 of Dylan Yeager starts position number 4.
5th will be Dylan Gibbs in the 6th, and outside will be the 84 of Clay Debon.
Ben Calamarsh for Newton Cattle Farms Racing will start position number 7 on his outside the Mid-South Dirt Slingers. Number 19 of Donnie Batiste, position number 8.
9th will be the 28 of Trevor Fitz. Outside will be the 55 of Aaron Kirby.
AJ Potzabowski in the 727. He's going to start position number 11. He's outside driving car 11. That'll be Shane Yates for Team 5 out of position number 12.
13th will be Matt Yorker in the 91. Bill Miller will start on the outside of him in the 06.
And your final row number 8 will be Cody Higbee in the 97 out of position number 15. And on his outside in car 13, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, number 13 of Jordan Gage will start position number 16. Alex, a lot tougher for the C main transferees. And Jordan Gage, who I believe won the D main, he's going to start in the back of the B main, and he's still got an opportunity to run the soup here tonight.
Yes, he's the only one, I think, coming from that D main to transfer through up to the B main. So he's the Cinderella story right now. So let's see, can the Cinderella story...
Just quickly, just to make sure, we're going to bring the D main results up. Yes, Jordan Gage is the only driver to have a chance at to run the full alphabet soup.
As let's see here, as he's going to be one to keep your eye on as he started shotgun. But AJ Albreda, Jennifer Hans is right in front of Dylan Yeager. Dylan Yeager trying to extend his points lead tonight as he's going to try and duck to the inside of Jennifer Hans for that second spot. But not enough run as look at the mayhem ensue. There's a lot of contact going on in the back. We're still green, but AJ Albreda, Jennifer Hans out in front. Dylan Yeager has some company with Clay Debon now to the inside.
Yeah, Devon trying to close in on the 48 of Dylan Yeager. Again, these drivers at the moment on the outside looking in. They'll be looking not to back their pro late models up just yet. 2 in the books of this 14-lap B main journey. AJ Albreda, your leader in car 22. Half of that is the 11 of Jennifer Hans running back there in second position again. She's got about 2 car lengths separating between herself and Dylan Yeager for second. And again, it's only the top 2, ladies and gentlemen, that are going to make tonight's 30-lap main event. And right now, it's Albreda and Hans. But as we start to continue to tick the laps off here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway, I got to say, Jennifer Hans looks like she's closing in right now on AJ Albreda. And here comes the 48 of Yeager running the slider line.
And there's that slider line, as it's going to be interesting to see if that comes in. Jordan Gage is looking pretty strong right now as he's up to 11th, as he looks like he's been knocking off at least one car every lap here, passing at least one. Looking after Shane Yates here, trying to make another pass to get closer to the top 2. But out in front, Albreda has some company. Hans right on the back bumper. Dylan Yeager on the outside looking in. And Hans is to the inside of Albreda. And here we go, side by side. Albreda was up a little higher, got the good run. But Jennifer Hans is not going to give up as she is still coming after AJ Albreda.
Yeah, she's really putting the pressure on Albreda down into turn number 1 and 2 this time by next lappers. Here comes Devon. Next lap, we're halfway home. Devon putting a slide job there on Dylan Yeager, but Yeager very experienced enough to use the crisscross out of turn 2. We go into 3 and 4. Cross flag sticks around for AJ Albreda. Doing a nice job at the moment out in front. Jennifer Hans, the queen of dirt, trying to stay inside the top 2 and trying to get into the big dances. Now, what she'd be loving right now, Alex, is to see these 2 drivers behind her, Yeager and Debon. They run side by side, so they're actually taking away some time for those drivers to catch up and make the move. But now here she comes, looking for the slide job into turn number 1 and 2. She'll have it, she'll complete it, but no, man, Albreda gets into the back of her, and Albreda will take back the lead. And now Dylan Yeager in the 48 closing in.
And now that cost both of them some time, as now here comes Dylan Yeager, Clay Devin, both on the back bumper of Jennifer Hans, as we will have about 5 laps to go. And there comes a slider by Yeager. Hans going to go to the duck under, get past him again. And now here comes Devin to the back bumper of Yeager, as let's see if those two will cost each other some more time, if those two battle it out and give Jennifer Hans some more ground to gain on Albreda, as he's comfortable out in front. Hans has Yeager and Devin both coming for that second spot.
This time by will complete lap number 11 of 14 so far. All 11 laps have been under the green flag conditions here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. 3 circuits remaining, a mile and a half to run for AJ Albreda out in front. In car number 22, Jennifer Hans. She's closing in on Albreda, but now she just loses a little touch there down the back straightaway. Here comes Yeager. Slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. Hans, she got into the back of Yeager, and now she turns it underneath him, 2 to run. And now in comes Clay Devin. Look at this 3-car battle for the final transfer spot. It is unlike Donkey Kong.
And Jennifer Hans still holding on. Here comes Yeager now trying to throw a slider on Hans. Oh, that slider was not even close. Sends Hans into the wall. And Yeager there 3 wide. Hans still stuck in the wall. And now it's between Devin and Yeager for this transfer spot. Devin going to slide Yeager. White flag is out. Yeager going to try to the inside. Going to have one more turn. Here we go, and Devin looks like he's going to try and block the slider. He does. He's going to slide up, get the run out of the corner. AJ Albreda going to win it, and let's see. Clay Devin looks like he's holding on that final transfer spot, but what a finish there between Devin, Yeager, and Jennifer Hans, who dropped back after that contact into 5th.
Man, oh man, we'll wait for these unofficial results, but AJ Albreda in car 22 in a B-main distance that went the journey. 14 green flag laps, not 1 yellow. As we'll take a look at those official results coming up on your screen right now. AJ Albreda and Clay Devin for D1RT Racing, and Dylan Yeager, well, he's DirtFan.com fixed pro late model. Main event campaign did not even start. He'll finish 3rd in the B main. David Garman in 4th, and Jennifer Hans, after what almost looked to be a certainty to going into the back of the main event, she falls back to position number 5, and her night is done with the DirtFan.com fixed pro late models. What we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Come back in just a few moments' time. Our 30 lap main event just on the other side of this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the World of Thunder Esports League. It is time for the main event for the DirtFan.com fixed pro late models. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid from the back to the front. First up, your B main transferees. Clay Devin in car number 84 starts position number 20 in the B main winner. The 22 of AJ Albreda will start position number 19.
18th will be the 15 of Tanner Folds, and inside of him will be Gavin Collins.
Row number 8 on the outside will be Bobby Mattingly. He starts position number 16. Josh Taylor will start position number 15.
14th from Carolina, it's Tyler Hagwood. Inside of him from the Mid-South, it's Brent Carter.
Row number 6 outside from the Great White North there from Canada. That's Joseph Lavallee starts position number 12. And the Sorensen Racing number 45 machine, Hagen Sorensen, starts position number 11.
10th will be the 99 of Chase Hardy. Inside of him from the Newton Cattle Farms Racing, it's Ethan Toder.
Row number 4, it'll be Chad Combs driving the 09 machine, position number 8. And Tom Dawson will start position number 7.
6th will be Brody Oravets, and inside will be Davin Cardwell.
Outside your second row, heat number 4 winner Stephen Tuberville starts position number 4. On his inside, the Mid-South Third Slingers, caliber 92 of Corey Austin.
Front row on the outside, it'll be the 5 of Hunter Parsons, and starting on the pole, the 18 of Bryson Daffrin. Brett, who you picking?
It's hard to go past. It's hard to not pick Bryson Daffin. I'm going to go with. I want to say Davin Cardwell. Yeah, I'm going to go Davin Cardwell.
I'm picking starting 4th. I'm picking Stephen Turbeville. I have hope.
All right, well, we'll see how that one goes. Here we go. UnitedFan.com fixed pro late models. It's time to get dirty for 30 here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Your main event is underway. And that's going to be Bryson Daffin leading into turn number 1 and 2. Parsons on the outside of Austin. 3 wide. Davin Cardwell making it 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. You're racing to 3 and 4. Cardwell, Parsons and Austin. It's going to be Parsons and Cardwell to take over second and third. Parsons in second. Cardwell in third. Lap number 1 belongs to Bryson Daffin.
As we got our first caution out there, as that battle already was heating up between Parsons and Cardwell. We're going to look here, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. As you see a lot of contact on the start, and we're 4 wide there, and Stephen Turbeville gets sideways, and he's, well, up on the wall going backwards there.
Hashtag Alex's fault.
I think I'm done picking, guys. I'm done with this.
Like father, like son. The awkward silence says it all. You say best when you say nothing at all, Alex.
It's just best if I say nothing.
I tell you what, I'm in a very joyful and playful mood. Since we're inside 5 laps, I'll let you pick someone else.
Well, you know what? I feel like if I pick him and he wrecks, I'm not going to hear the end of it in the mods. But I'm going to go with Newton Cattle Farms. I'm picking Ethan Toder just so I can hear Zach Newton if he takes a crap next.
He was actually. It was a choice between Cardwell and Ethan Toder on who I was actually going to pick, and I almost wanted. It was just what sort of put me away from that. It was he was starting in about row number 4, I think it was row 4 or 5. And it's the only reason why I didn't pick him. Row 5, he was actually starting. He started alongside of his teammate, Chase Hardy, who, again, both drivers are now going to restart in row number 4. But you feel it is single file. And Bryson Daffin, the 18. In fact, I've done some UMP modified racing with Bryson Daffin a couple of days ago. Actually, you're with us as well. We ran around here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway.
That was fun to watch you. I had a frustrating night that night. We won't talk about it.
Too soon, huh?
Just another beautiful night in iRacing for me. But lights are out, pace truck is in, and Bryson Daffin going to take us back to the green flag as we will be 5 into tonight's A-main event. Parsons and Cardwell already heating up. They're both side by side. And you got a battle for 4th now between Hagen Sorensen, and it looks like that's the 92 of Corey Austin battling as well. And there were 3 wide for the lead between Daffrin, Parsons, and Cardwell. Daffrin going to hold on to it right now. Parsons right on the back bumper. Going to go to the inside of Daffrin, slide up in front of him. He's going to take the lead, not even a second, as here comes Daffrin to the inside now. Cardwell back to the outside, and Cardwell going to lose some ground as he got right over the cushion there, and Daffrin's right on the inside of Parsons, but here comes Cardwell.
Yeah, 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Look out, Carbell and Daffin make a little bit of contact, and now Daffin comes up into the left rear quarter panel. Now 3 wide, Carter, Sorensen, and Austin. Now there's just action all over the racetrack. Slide job by Sorensen and Austin. Slide job by Carbell on Daffin. And here comes Carbell in the 70 machine. 3 wide for the race lead. Austin puts a move there for 4th on Sorensen. Parsons continues to lead down the back straight away. We are 8 laps into a 30-lap main event. Now we'll make it 9, so we're closing in on 1/3 of the race distance complete. And Hunter Parsons is your race leader. Hagen Sorensen on the outside of a podium position right now. Here comes Stafford with a slide job on Carbell. Carbell turns it back underneath him. A race off for 2 is down the back stretch.
And you see Hunter Parsons must be smiling if he sees this, but not for long, because here comes Cardwell to the inside of him. Going to try and slide up and get a good enough run, but Parsons got the run off the corner there. Daffrin in that 3rd spot trying to catch up, and it looks like there's Sorensen trying to pull a slider, not going to clear it fully, but going to give him room as Daffrin is now side by side with Sorensen as the battle for 3rd is heating up. Corey Austin just on the outside of that, still trying to catch up to them. But look at the battle for the lead, too, with Parsons and Cardwell.
Yeah, good battle up front between Parsons and Carbell. Carbell getting a run on Parsons down the back straightaway, nearly pushing him down all the way down the back stretch into turn number 3. Here he comes, Carbell to the inside. Parsons somewhat blocks it down into turn number 3 and 4. He does well to protect the line. Protect that slider coming out in turns 3 and 4. Carbell runs the top. He gets the cushion. Drives it back down to the middle of the racetrack again. Parsons, will he protect the slider line into turn number 3? Yes, he does. Not really giving Carbell an opportunity to get that 70 clear of the 0P machine. That time by will complete lap number 13 of 30, 17 remaining. Now Carbell changes his line down into turn number 1 and 2, trying to force Parsons to stay up on top of the racetrack. Daffin still holding down the final spot on the podium, but again, it's Parsons, Carbell, and Daffin, your top 3.
And you see Parsons, Cardwell, still that battle for the lead. Daffin has Sorensen right on his tail trying, and there comes Daffin on a slider, but almost. That was almost bad for Daffin and Cardwell there. Daffin going to lose a lot of ground. Here comes Sorensen to the outside as he lost some ground in the entry. Daffin going to slide up in front. Here comes Sorensen to the middle of the track, trying to get to the inside of him. And now he's going to run that top side. Daffin running the slider line right now because he has the room to. But here comes Sorensen again, right on the back bumper. Here we go. Look at the battle for the lead between Cardwell and Parsons. Both running identical lines right now. Both running that slider line, giving each other some space. Here comes Cardwell to the outside, trying to catch up, but that slider line looks like it's the place to be right now as Parsons takes up most of the track with that slider line, and Cardwell going to try and go to the inside, hit the berm a little bit, going to lose some ground, going to hold to the bottom right now. As you see, there goes Sorensen to the inside of Daffin, battling it out for 3rd right now. Ethan Tilder up to 6th with Brent Carter battling there, but up front the battle for the lead continues between Cardwell and Parsons. Cardwell going to go to the inside here, slide up the track. Parsons taps the wall. He's back to 2nd, but look at that battle for 3rd between Daffin, Sorensen, and Carter.
Oh, there we go. We're back. I thought the service was taking a back seat here, but we come back. We only lost about 3 turns in that one. Sorensen in 3rd, Parsons in 2nd, and Davin Cardwell, your race leader. Man, what a battle it was between Sorensen, Daffin, and Carter. Is everybody just starting to spread themselves out single file right now? I just got a message through, Alex, that apparently Ethan Toda sucks here at the Knoxville Raceway, and that's the reason. And we can ask him as well, and that's the reason we got one car pulling to the infield. I'm just trying to think who that might have been. That might have been Stephen Turbeville in the 4K machine. But Davin Cardwell, 2/3 of the race distance complete, and he now holds about a half a second lead over Hunter Parsons in 2nd.
Yeah, and Cardwell out in front right now as the caution flag is out, only the 2nd one tonight as we were within 10 to go. And it looks like it might be the 99 of Chase Hardy.
Yeah, Zach Newton not going to be happy with this one. Alvarez gets into Hardy it was, and Hardy comes down into Combs, and unfortunately you see that Newton Cattle Farms entry going for a big ride and upside down here in turn number 1 and 2, and Not a happy way to end the night here. Just looked like a bit of a racing deal as he slides up in front of him. I mean, he cleared him, and well, you could almost make a case for that one, but just fixed. It's just late model racing, you could say. Late model drivers, huh?
Yeah, I really have nothing to say there. I think it's just, well...
It's just late model drivers. Don't worry about it.
It's just what we do.
Yeah, so many times I've given late model drivers crap and for so long, and it's not because I don't think they're good. It's just that I'm a sprint car guy through and through. But what I seen last season in the sprint cars, there's a reason why we're tin top racing Sunday nights now.
You know what? You said you're a sprint car driver, but I've seen you rip a late model once or twice around some tracks. So you can't even say that you're just a sprint car guy because you can run pretty much anything.
I might be able to get in it, but there's a difference between running it and going fast. Well,
you Australians are fast at everything on this service.
Well, I'll tell you what is fast is some of those rocket racing setups. If you want to get some of those, I actually build the 360s and 410s stuff. So check out Rocket Racing Setups, a proud sponsor here of Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course World of Thunder Esports League as well. Looking for the green flag, the restart here. 24 in the books, just 2 yellows so far, 6 to go. Alex, this is the time where drivers are really going to start to get desperate. We've lost 4 cars in this main event, so 16 cars. And look at Sorensen, look to the inside. He'll take a second away from Parsons. Daffin as well, trying to hold on. Carter, Toda, and Clay Debon. What about Clay Debon from dead last up to position number 7? Now make it 6. Look out, Debon, he's into the wall. He got stuck there with Ethan Toda. And now Debon goes around, and just as quickly as we see the green, we're now under yellow as Ethan Toda, he finds himself back on pit road. You hate to see it.
I didn't do it.
You hate to see it. And for the second time tonight, Alex Robinson picks, ends up upside down. That's 2 for 2 on the night. How do you feel?
Yeah, I don't think I'm picking one for the modified race tonight.
You know what? We're going to make you pick. I'm going to make sure that Zach Newton gets a prediction from you.
Oh, joy.
Now, I did get word from Zach that he said that Toda does suck here, and you can ask him himself. And unfortunately, that just all came unglued for Ethan Toda in the number 23 machine. But Alex, a green-white checker after getting about 18 to 20 green flag laps in this main event. We now find ourselves with just 2 laps remaining. Again, like I said, this is where drivers start to get desperate, but they've also got to think of the big picture, especially for a couple of drivers that are out here points racing in the championship. They've got an opportunity to shake this top 5 up in points.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to double check here. I think, didn't Cardwell run well? I think last week or 2 weeks ago he ran well in these pro late models as well.
I honestly do anywhere up to 10 broadcasts a week. I'm flat out remembering what's coming up on the program, let alone what happened a week or 2 ago.
Come on, Brett, you're supposed to have this knowledge.
Yeah, no. Only sometimes, okay? Only stuff that I want to remember. I've got a very selective memory.
Looks like we're going double file restart here for green-white checker. Yes, we are. Pace truck is off. Here we go. As BJ Duvall says, I'm a curse for these as we're going green-white checkered racing here at Knoxville. Hagen Sorensen trying to get up to Davin Cardwell Hill. Sorensen looking for his first win of the season, and man, look at that run as he gets right behind Cardwell here. He's going to follow his line. He's going to give him a little tap there. That's going to open the door for Bryson Daffrin going to the outside of these two. Hagen Sorensen in that second spot. White flag is out. Sorensen going to go to the inside. He's going to look and hold the inside here. He's side by side with Cardwell. White flag is out down the straightaway on the back stretch. Cardwell has one more lap, just has to hold on here. Daffrin battling for that third spot. Daffrin going to get some contact. The melee begins in turn 4, but Davin Cardwell going to come home with the win. Sorensen in second. Carter in third, and after all that melee, I think it was Corey Austin coming home in that 4th spot.
Wow, it all unfolded in the final stage, but winner, chicken dinner, not only for me, but also for Davin Caldwell. He starts position number 5, and he gets the win. Let's take a look at those official results coming up on your screen. Davin Caldwell in car 7, he gets the win ahead of Hagen Sorensen in the Sorensen Racing number 45 machine. He comes home second. Brent Carter third, Corey Austin fourth. Rounding out your top 5, Hunter Parsons, Chad Combs in 6th, Bryson Daffin 7th, Bobby Mattingly 8th, Tanner Folds 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Gavin Collins.
At 11th will be Josh Taylor, Tyler Hagwood, Joseph Labelli, AJ Albreda finishing 14th, Clay Debin, Ethan Toder, Chase Hardy, Stephen Turbeville, Tom Dawson, Brody Oravets is 20th. Is that it? That's your 20-car field.
That it is. All right, let's quickly go down trackside and let's do some post-race interviews. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go down to victory lane for the man that gets the job done here tonight. Is that Davin Caldwell. Davin, congratulations, buddy, on this win. It was a well-earned victory, that was for sure. You were really made to earn that one.
Yeah, for sure. Hunter was really quick there at the beginning. I started 5th, so I knew that just roll bottom. Everybody else was going to beat the wall down, so we rolled the bottom and got to 3rd there. Then I got by him with the slide job, and then just used my patience and I got the lead.
Talk about that race there with with Hunter. Obviously, you tried several different lines. You ran the top in 1 and 2, and it was almost like a top and sort of cut back through the middle to try and get that run down into 3 and 4. Hunter very good at protecting that slider and not allowing you to come up. What was the main? So what was the key in getting by him? Because I noticed that prior to you throwing the slider on and clearing him, you actually ran the bottom in 3 and 4.
So I seen the bottom had a little bit of tackiness there, so I knew if I could do slider line 1 or 2, I could hit the cushion and get a run off. And I just stayed patient with Hunter there, and he done a really good race. I didn't want to run him over, so all in all, it was a good, fun race.
All right, well, before we let you go here from Victory Lane, no doubt you got plenty of people behind the scenes and on this race car that help you get this win tonight.
First off, I just got to thank you for broadcasting, Steve for putting the league on. I just got to thank Bighorn Taxidermy, Keltner Contracting, Zach Newton for the wrap, and Kentucky Dirt iRacing League for all the big money shows.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Davin Caldwell there, home in 1st place. Alex, I believe you're caught up with our 2nd place finisher here tonight of Hagen Sorensen.
Hagen, another good run, another podium this season. This win's still avoiding you, but another good run for you.
Yeah, it was a really good run. Once again, I really want the win, but 2nd place is awesome, and I'll definitely take it.
Well, the points have updated, and the good news after Yeager and Fields not making the show tonight, you're up to 3rd, and you are right on the tail for another point season win. And you're sitting there just about 20-point difference between you and the points leader. So how's it feel with only like 4 races left in the season? You're sitting in 3rd. How's it feel going into Charlotte next week?
And it feels pretty good. I'm looking to maybe even snatch a win next week. Definitely a podium finish, and that could put me in the lead. And yeah.
Well, after another strong night, another podium finish, who you got to thank? Who's on that car for getting you here tonight?
I got to thank my mom and dad most. Them helping me get out here. I couldn't do that without them. And Folds Graphics, Tanner Folds, and Sorensen Equipment, all them helping me.
Well, congratulations on yet another podium. That is Hagen Sorensen. I think Brett has caught up with our 3rd place finisher, Brent Carter.
Yeah, we'll go down the line and chat to the row that started 13th here tonight and comes away with a 3rd place finish. Brent, congratulations on rounding out the podium. Difficult racetrack, different lines on this racetrack, but you come home 3rd, you got to be happy with this result.
Yeah, we started deep there. Even in the heat race, we started 9th, got up into a transfer, and just figured if we just ran our race and stayed at a pace that we could finally make up some spots there at the end.
how difficult is it to come through the field like that when everybody's so equal? Obviously, everybody running the same setup, compared to open sets. We know where you can make your own adjustments, change your gearing, do all the stuff that you do on the late models. How difficult is it to sort of come through the field when everybody's on that same setup?
I guess just finding the different lines you could run. Like everybody's trying to run and gun on the top, but I went down to the bottom and found a little bit of speed on the exit to get some passing room. And it's just the small little things that helps you in them cars on a fixed setup. But all in all, it's pretty good.
All right, the racetrack, what did you make of it? Like I said, it looked like there was a couple of different lines here tonight. But again, I wasn't out on the racetrack. How did you see it from the cockpit of the 69 team?
I liked the racetrack. I wish it was a little bit slicker. It's a little bit more racing than fixed setups when it's slick as it can be. I mean, other than that, it's pretty well handed.
All right, well, before we let you go here, Brent, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes the wheels turn on the 69 team?
Thank World of Thunder for putting on the league off broadcasting, FTP, Racing Off Flag, TAC 3 Defense, Dirty Grass Soul, VLR, and just everybody that helps make this thing go in a circle.
There we go, Brent Carter in the 69 home in third spot. Alex, we'll wrap things up very quickly because we're only about 15-20 minutes away from the Grace Productions UMP Modifieds, with those cars coming out onto the racetrack, and you'll be on the call with Zach Newton. So we'll quickly wrap this one up. But again, a big thanks to, of course, DirtFan.com with their support with the World of Thunder Esports League, and of course World of Thunder Esports League and Rocket Racing Setups for their support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Until next time, it's Brett Wheeler and Alex Robinson signing off, saying we'll see you soon in about 15-20 minutes time.